Hello everyone, welcome back to Sawdust and Circuits. I saw this interesting item today, some copper tape used for stained glass work. Right away I thought it was a cheap material that could be used for future builds. But when I flipped it over, I saw something that really caught my attention. There was a note on the back, almost certainly from the yard sale where this originally came from. And if you've spent any time thrifting, you probably already know this. Thrift stores are basically full of the leftovers from yard sales. But this one showed a lot of effort. Just look at the note. Someone clearly looked up the current market value, wrote down an estimated per unit cost, and even added a 50% discount. So whoever was selling this did the research, priced it carefully, and it still didn't sell. Eventually, it ended up donated. And that got me thinking, have the masses given up on creative hobbies? Are fewer people making things with their hands? Or has everything just moved into the digital world? Let me know in the comments. Do you feel like the maker crowd is shrinking? Alright, enough preaching. Let's take a look at a few of my recent designs. First up is this FingerSaver. I built this just to try to put my spin and maybe improve another version I saw. I don't know if I did, but this one works. Next, I designed this whistle. I started this because I came across a brass whistle and I thought, how hard would it be to reverse engineer this? The first version worked okay. Then I made it a little bit more functional, and this is revision 2. This one hits about 100 decibels and it's small enough to fit almost anywhere. Not bad for a quick design experiment. Then I made this puzzle box holder. It sort of works, but honestly, it's not really worth any more design time. So that one might just stay where it is. Now we move on to this case. When I started designing it, I set one rule: no extra hardware. But there's one problem with that. I have terrible luck with 3D printed hinges. They just never hold up. So I switched to a method that has worked well for me in the past, the brass dowel hinge method. That's the same trick that I used on my Osmo Pocket 3 case. I'm starting to notice something with case designs. They always seem to take me longer than I think they should. After ditching the 3D printed hinge idea, I moved back to this dowel hinge design, and I had to shift the hinges out slightly so that the lid would actually close proper. Inside the case, I made an insert designed to hold over 100 rounds of .22 long rifle. But the outer 2 rows were rubbing on the lid slightly, so those will probably get trimmed out later. I also made versions for larger calibers, but those require a case that's about 1/4 inch taller. And that's most of the projects I've been working on for the last month. I'm trying to do these update style videos every once in a while, just grouping together builds and sharing the story behind them. Some of these designs may even turn into future projects. Let me know what you think of these builds, and also tell me, are people still making things, or is the maker culture shrinking? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.